Not caring what people think is not a decision in that moment. It's a process in how you think, and it's a process in your perspective. Alright, what's up everybody? So today we're going to kind of go off the last video as far as expectation and social pressures and kind of why we are so basically vulnerable to others' opinions. So a lot of the times when it comes to other people's opinions, we always like to think, don't think about what other people think, or just don't care. You shouldn't care what other people think. The problem with that statement, it kind of denies our human nature. As far as humans, we want to interact. We want to have some clarity in what we're doing and kind of some social validation from others. Today's culture, we kind of always think, don't care what other people think. Go do your own thing. You be you. But why is that so hard to do? When it comes to going your own route, telling your parents, I don't want to do that. I want to pursue something that I enjoy. I don't want to, be a doctor, or I want to, maybe do photography, do something like that. Why is it so hard for us to actually take that step and do it and tell our parents, I don't want to do this? Why is it so difficult when you post something on social media and you get a lot of bad feedback on it? Why is it so hard for us to move on, not have their comments stick in our head for the whole week? The reason why I believe it's so difficult to just not care is because when it comes to social situations, it's not something that we could just decide because we think it's right. What I mean by that is when it comes to something like not caring or forgiveness, we can't just say, oh, I forgive you. You basically forgive that person. Saying it in these types of situations doesn't actually mean you really feel it or actually did it. Telling yourself, oh, I don't care what they said, doesn't really mean you don't care what they said. As much as you try to deny it, saying, I don't care what they think, I don't care, always a part of you will probably still care in that moment. Even with forgiveness, you can't say, this one kind of hits hard, but for me at least. When you tell yourself and you tell somebody that you forgive them and you don't really feel it in your heart, then you don't actually forgive them in that moment. Even though you've said it, even though you've told yourself 100 times that, I forgive you despite what you did to me. When it comes to these kinds of interactions or this kind of dynamic, and it's basically doing something that is right, but it's still hard to do. Not caring about what other people think. When we say, I don't care, we know in that moment that we shouldn't care. We shouldn't care what that person told us on social media. We shouldn't care that, our family disagrees with something that we like to do or who we are. Even though we know that we shouldn't care, why do we still care? And that's the real question, right? Because the more you try to not care, the more it just kind of gets buried deeper and deeper inside of you. Part of yourself is still pulling you back. The reason why I think these dynamics kind of work this way is because when it comes to, the only two ones I can think of right now are forgiveness and not caring what people think. It's something that we know we should do or we should not do, but it's just saying it is not enough. And when it comes to these two, it's a process. Not caring what people think is not a decision in that moment. It's a process in how you think, and it's a process in your perspective. A lot of times when we forgive or say we forgive because it's the right thing to do, but not because we really forgive that person. I still struggle with that. It's tough. It's tough to make a decision. I don't care. But you still care. The solution in not caring doesn't lie in telling yourself, I don't care, or doing things that show that you don't care. I think we're asking the wrong questions or having the wrong mindset when it comes to going your own way. Having the courage to do what you think is right. But the thing is, when it comes to courage, we think not caring. So when we go out in the world and we're trying to be courageous in the path we're going, or the decisions we make, kind of our definition right now is that if you're courageous, you don't care what other people think. You don't care, and you really just do your own thing. Problem is that we do care. We really care what our family thinks. We really care what our friends or the random people put things in our comments. We care about their opinions. We need validation from others. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It can be a very bad thing. It's just kind of a part of who we are. It's not something we can run away or something we can deny. and basically denying that I don't need social validation, and denying, I don't care. We can't deny those because it's a part of who we are. We will always care. The solution to this is that the question we're asking right now is, how do I not care? I tell myself I don't care, but I still care. Instead of trying to find ways of not caring, the answer lies in our perspective and how we look at other people's opinions, in their ideas, and what they think of us. We always, to an extent, take in what they tell us and make changes to our lives. It's actually good. There is some good and some validation. We get some good feedback in how we are as a person, how we can improve. The question we really should be asking is, how can I accept that people will have different perspectives on who I am and where they think I should go? How can I accept that people in this world will have a different perspective than me? And I know it sounds super simple, but that's really the solution and why not caring is so hard. Because we're denying our human nature when it comes to not caring. Because we do care. What your parents want you to do. Instead of telling yourself, I don't care, maybe you should tell yourself that it's okay. It's okay for them to think like that. They're different people, I'm a different person. But I'm gonna do what I feel is best for me. And I think that is real courage. Real courage doesn't come from just not caring what people think, but realizing that people are different. People in this world will be different from you, will have a totally different mindset than you. To me, real courage means that you accept other people for who they are, and you accept other people's perspectives, and just realize that, not that I don't care what you think, but I understand what you think, but I'm just gonna go what I feel. I'm going to do what I feel is right. I hope you guys found this video valuable. I hope you felt connected in some sort of way. I'm excited to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Just leave it down there. And follow me on Instagram here. And don't forget to, do these other things. I don't like saying it. It's too YouTube cliche-ish, I would say. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.